Ladies and gentlemen, brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi and Eagles fans across the nation, welcome to a very special Black Friday edition of Eagles Talk. I'm Dante the DarkKnight, along with my co-host Pat and Nichelle Pace, and today we're coming to you live from the Philadelphia Alumni Chapter's Krimson Friday Fellowship event right here at the Achievement Center in Germantown, Philadelphia, PA. Before we even talk to football, we've got to pay homage to the bond that makes this moment possible. Achievement in every field of human endeavor, to the noble clan of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, to the brothers who organized today's fellowship, and to every noob out there giving service, giving energy, and giving love to the community, we salute you. Now, let's get into it. It's Eagles versus Bears on Black Friday, and we've got the perfect setting. Good food, good vibes, and a house full of crimson and cream and midnight green. So lock in, share the stream, and get ready because Eagles Talk is officially live.
Sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Can't hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat shelling, Dante the dark child. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Game, baby, let's get it on.
Oh, there we are. Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the DarkKnight along with Pat. Michelle's home, just monitoring the chat room. You guys will see it. But we're live and we're ready to prepare for the Chicago Bears as they come in here to Philadelphia Black Friday. We're still licking our wounds. The offense looks horrible. I see you guys in the chat rooms. Everybody's fired up as well as I am. I'm fired up too because I need to see this team get back on track. You know what's been happening. You know what the talk of the town has been. This offense has been asleep. The defense has been paying the tab all season long, and all we're asking from the offense is leave a tip. Leave a tip. I mean, the defense is picking up the tab. All we ask you guys to do is leave a tip. And don't be cheap about it. Don't be leaving $1 or $2. I want at least 25%. And we're not getting that. We're not getting hardly anything from the offense. But in their defense, though, they did bring something to the table. 21 points in the first half, and then they went to sleep.
Yeah, they did. They crapped the bed, and it was hard to look at the rest of the game. That you go 8 drives and don't help the defense out. We got to play complementary football, whereas the offense helps the defense helps the offense, and special teams just contribute in any way they can. And that game's in the past, though, Dark Knight. That game is in the past. I'm ready to get this thing going. I'm ready to go.
All right, well, let's get ready to go. You are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around that is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. And we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I don't drink, but Pat is going to
I can't get you more either.
All right, no, they're not doing that. Oh, I bought mine too. Darn it. All right, I'll join the second quarter. Gotcha. All right, here we go. Everybody out there, you know the deal. All the regulars, you know the deal. Let me know what you're taking a shot of right now as we get ready for this game. Come on, let's go, guys. We got to get hyped. So down the hatch to our Philadelphia Eagles. 3, 2, 1. You're listening to the first quarter. All right. So our Philadelphia Eagles, last we saw them, was not too far. Oh, look at this. I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie, Kiara. Kiara says, I'm scared. Look, I ain't gonna lie, see, Kiara. I don't know what this offense is going to look like. Our offense is like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get inside, right? So I'm a little apprehensive myself, Kiara. But as they say, if you're scared, go get yourself a dog. You know what I mean? So we're not going to be scared today. We're going to have confidence, and we're going to be brave for the team. If they don't step up, we're going to step up with energy. We're going to send this energy out to them, hopefully. But we do have to talk about last game, Pat. I'm sorry, because we've been ducking this all year. I mean, we've been trying to poo-poo this thing away, the offensive woes, that is, right? We've been trying to poo-poo this thing away, talking about, well, just win the game. That's all that matters. And don't get me wrong, the main thing is the main thing. So just win the game. But the worries that we had about the offense came to really bite us in the butt last week.
It did. And before I go into those worries about our offense, let me do the inactives because they need your attention really, really quickly. So let me do the inactives so I can take care of that. All right. So for the Chicago Bears inactives, linebacker T.J. Edwards, y'all all know that name. Linebacker Ruben Hyppolite the second. Defensive lineman Dominique Robinson. Linebacker Noah Sewell. Defensive back Tyreek Stevenson. Wide receiver Jade Walker. Third string quarterback Case Keenum. So for our Philadelphia Eagles, the inactives list reads as such: Lane Johnson, Xavier Gibson, Josh Uche, A.J. Dillon, running back, cornerback Beckman Williams, and defensive tackle Ty Robinson with third-string quarterback Sam Howell as inactives. And that's your inactives for today. But back to your statement about the anemic offense. What can we do to be better prepared this week? We can't have it shown last week. So the first half, the first quarter, that offense was clicking on all cylinders, especially that first 15 plays. They were rocking. They were ready to move. They were doing what we want them to do, getting the ball to A.J. Brown. And everything was copacetic. DarkKnight, everything was copacetic. But something changed. Conservative play calling changed in the second half. Being conservative, not going out there to dominate, to win, but also just trying not to lose. That was the issue. You have to always be ready to blow another team out. Always want to be scorer. You want to dominate your opponent. You don't want to just sit there and be conservative and be okay with just scoring 21 points. And I hope this week we don't take that philosophy into this game. We need to be more aggressive. Forget being conservative. We need to be aggressive from the time the coin flip into that last whistle that ends the game.
Oh man, we came out and we looked all right. We looked good. I mean, and even the numbers. When you look at the numbers, I'm sorry about to call him McNabb. Hurts was like 27 or 39, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll pull it up. I got you.
Yeah, he had good numbers. 289 yards. A lot of targets to AJ. AJ was very mad. A lot of targets to AJ. Devontae even got his share.
He only got one reception, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, targets wise, it wasn't bad, right? But this is the problem all year long. It's not been consistent. Correct. So you might see it in a half, and then you don't see it in the next half. Yeah. You might not see it in the first half, and see it in the second half. You might see it in the first half, never see it in the second half. You might not see it all game, some games. It's just too inconsistent. And I'm still pointing fingers at Kevin Patullo. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. That's your department. I'm sorry. If this country goes down the drain, we don't look at, the governors. You know what I mean? We don't look at the governors. We look at the president. He runs this, right? We look at the president. So I don't care. He's in charge of the offense. I don't care what excuses you guys out here. I've been listening to the sports talk. I've been listening to all this, and everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people wants to make excuses for Kevin Patullo. It's his job for this offense to look good, and it's not. So it's his blame, and his blame alone. And I'm sorry. And that's just the way it is. This is the responsibility that you take on when you take on a job like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. Listen, I was talking to somebody during the week. I said, there's blame to go around, and the blame has to be first put on to the offense coordinator. That's 35%. The second part of the blame has to go to the offensive line. The offensive line is not playing up, meaning they're not blocking the same way. They're not running blocking the same way. They're being lazy in their running sets, and injuries is taking a toll. Then the quarterback has to take blame also. The running back also. Everybody takes blame on this offense who's not producing, because last year in these type of games, we ran the ball to end the game.
Yeah.
Against the Pittsburgh Steelers, we ran the ball for at least 10 minutes. We held the ball on for at least 10 minutes to end the game. We're up 27. I'm going to give them that 7 points, 21-7. There is no way in the world, no other universe in the world where this happens. And we need to fix this, and it need to be fixed today against the Chicago Bears.
Look, I'm still harping on Kevin. I'm sorry, Kevin. But this, I'm sorry. What you're saying, I'm not saying you're saying anything wrong, Pat. You are right. The offensive line is banged up. They're not playing to the same physical dominant level that they played last year. Saquon, the holes are not there for him. I get that. Hurts, probably plays some blame also, but I'm looking at what changed from last year to this year.
Mekhi Becton, the offensive play caller.
Yeah, but the offensive play caller changed. He changed. I'm sorry. It was basically the same group that won us a Super Bowl last year. It's basically the same group. It was, this is basically the same group that has been a top 10 offense the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Right? Even the year when we sucked, even the year when Brian shit the bed, it was still better than what we're seeing now. And we're a winning football team this year. I'm sorry, he's not very good. And he may grow into the job. And hopefully he grows into the job before the season is over, because I foresee this being his first and last time calling plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. So hopefully he can grow into the position before the year is over. Well, right?
It has to be something to be said
but
about
not ready
here. Yeah.
He's just not ready.
He's not.
That's the bottom line. I'm sorry. And and I'm praying. I really am. I'm praying hard. I'm throwing, I'm carrying 4-leaf clovers. I'm doing all this. Penny in my shoes, whatever you got to do for good luck. I'm doing it because I would like to see this offense turn around. And I think that is the key. If we unlock that lock right there with the key, we can go all the way to the Super Bowl. I really do, because I feel as though our defense is championship caliber defense.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I know we about to get to the comments, and shout out to Ryan Swoop, because he put a 3-part question up there. It's 3 parts. He said 1 part, 2 part, 3 part. But before we go into that, I get that. And the thing about it is, for some odd reason, our coordinators become hot commodities, regardless if they're good or not. They end up being head coaches right after this. And from rumors, what we're hearing is that he's going to be taking on a head coaching position right after this. Kevin
Petullo's taking on nothing. Well, let me stop. Look, I wish the guy the best. If he can somehow bamboozle his way into a head coaching job, more power to him. God bless him. As a matter of fact, I'll write a recommendation letter for him to get the job to go away from the Eagles. So yeah, I'm not hating like that. But whoever's getting them, man, I would strongly advise to drug test that front office. That's all I'm saying.
No, we don't advise that at all. We don't advise that at all.
No,
listen,
I do.
Just take them. All right. There's gonna be some guys that we can use.
I would just tell the league to keep your eye out for that front office there, because there's something going on there. But look, if somebody wants to hire Kevin Petullo, go right ahead. All right, we just need this guy we need him to really just come into his own. I mean, maybe he will be a candidate for head coach. And hopefully that is because of the turnaround of this offense from today to the championship, to us hoisting the championship trophy again.
Yeah.
We need him to make a drastic turnaround, and it needs to start today.
It definitely needs to start today. We got to get to some of these
comments. All right, yeah, let me go to some comments. As Pat has mentioned, Ryan, I love you, Ryan, but you have put a dissertation in our chat room. This is a long comment here. I'm going to put it up though, because I got love for you. I love you. All right. So first he says, Ryan Swoop. I'm skipping the line, Ryan. Let me go over. Let me get back to protocol here. All right. So we thank you guys for supporting Eagles Talk all the time, for showing up in the chat room and getting it started as we prepare for today's game against the Chicago Bears. And the first person in the chat room today is Stephanie Sandlin. That's the one. That's his wife right here. The guy I'm tapping on the shoulder. His wife is the first person in the room because she was here doing setup.
Did you take a shot? Did you take a shot, babe?
She took her shot. All right.
Nah.
And second person in this room is our resident loyal follower from Australia, Tony Burren. What's up, Tony? What is Saturday? Early Saturday morning there, right?
He's
he says, yo, Bird fam. And Georgia Pound. Let's go, Philly. Georgia Pound is in the house. Jabari Brown says he just puts up the birds. Ryan is here. Ryan's ready to go. Ryan, how many shots have you had? For you to post that dissertation, you have had to start before the show started. All right, but anyway, I'm going to get, John Batiste from South Carolina's in the house.
What up, John?
That's what's up. Oops. What I could do with the comments. Okay. All right. What's up, John? Kiara's in the house. She says she was scared. Demetrius is in the house. Meech. They call you Meech. That's what they usually call. That's the nickname for Demetrius. Meech.
Hey, Demetrius, don't take a shot of H2O, man. That's not lucky.
That's not lucky. All right. So now I'm gonna get to Ryan Swoop's comment, and it's long. So bear with us. So first he says, why does the Eagles offense frequently deviate from conventional strategy? They opt to pass when running would be more prudent, and vice versa. They often pass on 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, whereas running would be a more suitable choice unless it's the brotherly shove. That is what kills me now. Too conservative. I don't know what happened to our head coach. It was just like 2-3 years ago that he was one of the more aggressive coaches, right?
He was
more aggressive, and now we get to a 3rd and 2, and we not only
because you know why they have the brotherly shove as one of their things that they're going to use for converting that 3rd and 1. So they rather on 3rd and 2 do something unconventional where they can get some yards, and know that especially on a 3rd and 1. If they don't do the tush push on 3rd and 1, they can, if they can get some big yards on the play, they know they're gonna come on 4th and 1 and sneak it.
That would make sense.
It is a quarterback sneak.
It is a
quarterback sneak.
Explain this to me, because I think you might be talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4th quarter. It's 3rd and 2 last week against the Dallas Cowboys, and instead of running because we need a score now, he decides to drop Hurts back.
I can help you with that one
for a pass on 3rd and 2.
So I can help you with that. What Dallas has done since they acquired Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson, and then their acquisitions they have put on the defensive line, they have changed their defensive philosophy. They go with 5-man defensive front, which actually doesn't bode well for the run game. All right, especially when you have two guys like Kenny Clark and Quentin or Williams who are middle gap, A gap, and B gap. They win their individual battles. So in hindsight, if you go back and look at the play, actually you had the proper coverage. You had what you needed. You had a Dallas Goedert in the middle of the field with no linebacker. He was wide open. It's just that our gunslinger has not. And I told you, I put some blame on the gunslinger. He's choosing. I don't know if he's choosing or he doesn't see it at all. But you have to trust your routes with your guys that's running these routes. That play, the Dallas Goedert was wide open. He was wide open for a slant for at least a first down and even more yards after that. But I get what you're saying. In those situations, you need to run the ball. You need to be aggressive. But that goes back to Saquon Barkley. You can't be timid. All right. If there's a hole there, you got to hit the hole and not be timid and try to make a big run.
All right, Pat. Pat,
Run Bigsby. I agree with that.
Yeah, can we give Bigsby some touches, some more touches? I see you are in the excuse mode today.
I am not in excuse mode whatsoever.
I guess that's positive because I'm ready to kill them. Right, I'm still in that mode, but I'm gonna soften up because we're going into this game and we need a win here today.
We definitely need one.
What do you foresee needs to be our offensive strategy that will lead us to a path of victory today?
To end the quarter and start shots for the second quarter.
All right, okay. All right, that's a great one. That's a great one. All right, so we're going to end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around that is by us Eagles fans for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So everybody out there, all the regulars, you guys are watching online, you know what it is. Get your shot, get it ready, lift it up. We're about to do this. We're pre-gaming. We're getting ready. The game is about to start in about 14 minutes.
They don't have shots.
We need to see the brothers, my brothers out there. Do they partake in
Yo, if you're taking a shot, we gotta take a shot.
All right,
we taking a shot right now. We're taking a shot right now. Y'all taking our time.
What is going on? I'm at home. I'm at my home away from home. I'm also a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, but I'm at my home away from home. My home is in Dover, but I'm here in Philadelphia. As a matter of fact, we don't haze, but the pole mark here, he didn't even ask me to do this. He kind of told me to do this.
The pole mark is somebody that we know.
I was voluntold that I should be here on Friday. Voluntold. All right, so everybody's grabbing their drink, their choice, their beverage of choice, and we're about to do. All right, so here we are. All right, so again, Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. And we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So Pat is doing the triple. My brothers are doing whatever they're doing, and we're going to do it together. So here we go. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I'm listening to the second quarter.
You gotta hear some Brian Dawkins right now. We gotta get ready. This is get ready for a Black Friday game. Let's go, y'all.
Let's go. You know what time it is. Tell Kevin Patullo that. You need to know what time it is, Kevin Patullo. You need to know. All right, so we're going to get ready for this game, man. All right, so Brian, we answered that part of your question. We're going to go to part 2. I told you it's a long one. All right, so here's it. Conversely, they tend to run. This is Ryan. Continue.
Yeah, I get this one.
Conversely, they tend to run on 3rd and long, effectively conceding possession and relinquishing the ball to the opposing team's defense when passing would be a more logical decision. This inconsistency is perplexing.
It is very perplexing. This is rudimentary. This is elementary. This is an offense that's not playing in a flow. This is an offense that's not utilizing their stars, not utilizing the ability of their playmakers, not using the ability of their MVP quarterback, right? Their offensive player of the year running back. Get them in his space. Get them one-on-one with linebackers. Using AJ Brown. It's not a thing about AJ Brown pouting and be upsetting about everything, about not getting the ball. It's that when he gets the ball, he's one of the better receivers with the ball in his hands. Same thing with Devontae Smith. We saw what he can do with the ball in his hands. We have to make sure our stars get the ball. It's not because they're selfish. It's because they're damn good.
It's because they're good, and I've never had a problem with AJ, except for his, airing out family business in the public setting. Outside of that, I don't have a problem with him wanting the ball. As I explained before, I just think that he believes that he can contribute to this offense being more explosive and better, and that is why he wants the ball. And every great player is like that. You want those type of players. Again, I'm going back to our guy today. Hopefully, he's come in with more than the first 15, because his first 15 are all right. His first 15 seemed to get the job done, right?
Yeah.
But we need him to have a first 45. He needs like 45 scripted plays I mean, he doesn't do play calling great on the move, in the flow of the game. He's just, in my opinion, he's just not ready. Now, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know, because I do have speculation that Sirianni's hand is in this a little more than I would like for it to be, because every time his hands is in it, the offense looks very similar to what it looks like now. And if that's the case, as I've been screaming the last 3 years, Nick, stay out of the kitchen. Stay out of the kitchen, please. Take your hands off. You know, and I recall a story after Brian Johnson was fired where he mentioned something about, Nick having to run Nick's plays, right? So that gave me the insight that, and it looked like what I had speculated, that Nick was somehow had his hands in the pot, and that was proof of that. And it's probably going to come out one day about this year that Nick had his hand in the pot.
I don't think so. I don't think he had his hand.
Here's my proof. Whenever he promotes or hires his own OC, this is the result of what you get.
But you know what? His offense has more of bubble screens and stuff to the wide receiver. We haven't seen any bubble screens to the wide receiver.
No, that was his old thing. That was his old thing. His new thinking. I'm sorry, man. And don't get me wrong. I love the guy. He won us a Super Bowl. I love him because I love the strengths about Nick. Nick is going to have the team run through a brick wall. Nick is going to have the team ready to. I say this after all the penalties we had last week, but most of the time he has the team ready to play. So I like some aspects of his head coaching job. I do, but I just don't think that he's a strategic X and O's kind of guy. He's more of a CEO type coach. He oversees. Bring in a coordinator. Let them have autonomy over that side of the ball. And Nick, just oversee the whole thing. Don't put your hand in the pot. Stay out of the kitchen.
I agree with that. And Nichelle was in the comments, so I'm going to read one comment that she put up there as Eagle Talk. She said, when you're at work and you're the department manager, if the department is not producing, it starts at the top. The manager must be accountable, Nichelle.
Right.
And also, she's drinking Casamigos.
Oh, she's drinking Casamigos. All right. That's what's up. All right. Let's get the halftime thing up.
I'm ready.
We don't have time.
I'm ready. You ready in the quarter? Let's do it.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right. That was a short quarter break because we are getting ready for the game, which is coming up in about 8 minutes. So, again, we are Eagles Talk, and we're live from the Achievement Center of the Philadelphia Alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. It is Krimson Fellowship. Is that it?
Yep, the Krimson Fellowship.
The Krimson Fellowship today. If you are in the Germantown area, stop by and drop off some non-perishables.
Make sure they get their shots ready.
Yeah. Everybody get your shots ready, as I say. But drop by 5521 Germantown Avenue. They're having a drive for their Kappa Cares program, and they're collecting non-perishable food items. So if you're in the area, come down and drop off something. And watch the game with us. You can come in. You can come and watch the game. So that's the address, 5521 Germantown Avenue. Meantime, you're watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans and for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team. That is the Super Bowl defending champion Philadelphia Eagles. And we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So Pat is doing the triple. My brothers have their shot, and we're raising our glasses, and we're about to do it. Here we go. To the Eagles, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. You're now listening to the Dark
Let's go as we get ready for our Philadelphia Eagles to take on the Chicago Bears. This has big time playoff implications. Our Eagles are 8-3. The Bears are also 8-3. Somebody is going to be in a predicament. The loser of this game, that is, somebody's going to be in a predicament right now. We were sitting in a sweet spot prior to that Dallas Cowboy game. We really screwed up, and now we can't have. There's no room for error here. There's no room for error. We had solidified the number 1 seed last week. Now we're going to need some help if we're going to do that. But we have to take care of our business ourselves, and that starts with taking down the Chicago Bears. Now, the funny thing is that we had an alliance with the Bears up until today. We had an alliance with the Chicago Bears because the Chicago Bears are playing the NFC East this year, and we're playing the NFC North this year. So the alliance was we were taking care of their division opponents,
and they take care.
And they were taking care of ours, and we had a great thing going on. The Bears have beaten the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Giants, and we have beaten the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings. But today, that alliance is over.
Yes, it is.
Today, it's every man for himself.
Yes, it is.
And we have to go out and we have to take care of business.
Man,
now,
we gotta go
I
out
need
there
to see the offense. You know, there's no question about it. We're going to give our predictions. Everybody put your predictions in the chat room. But, you know, we're going to go in here, and the word of the day, the word of the whole year has been explosive, consistent offensive output. I'll say that. Consistent offensive output has been our main concern all year, and we are still waiting for it to take place. And today's no difference. I think that if we can see that, if we can see consistent offensive production, we win this game easy. The defense is not as hurt as I thought it was initially after watching the Dallas Cowboys game, because we had some people go down and go out, but they're primarily healthy out, you know, except for Makuba, who's out.
And Lane Johnson.
I'm talking on the defense. But okay. Makuba on the defense, that's the only spot that is not going to be playing today. So we should be okay on defense. We just need to see consistent offensive production. And I can't even say that we will, but I am predicting an Eagles win with us having more points than them. Pat, what do you say?
Listen, we have to control that line of scrimmage. Right now, they're down a lot of linebackers, a lot of playmakers on the linebacker side. And if we're able to be dominant on that line of scrimmage, we're able to win this game going away. And it wouldn't be that close. I know Caleb Williams is a dynamic wide receiver quarterback who likes to get out of different difficult situations. Last week, you saw him a nice run down the sideline. This week, we need to hit him. We need to wake him up and say, you know what, you can't do that against us this week. And with that being said, if we're able to dominate the line of scrimmage, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Jalen Phillips, Brandon Graham, Jalen Hunt, Nolan Smith, if those guys are able to come alive for a change and be the change that we need on the defensive front of the line, we should be able to win this game with more points than that.
All right, so you guys go out, watch the game, everybody in the chat room, and come on back, and we'll discuss this. We'll reconvene after the game, and we'll discuss this big win the Eagles have over the Bears. I'm your man, DarkKnight, for my co-host with the co-most, Pat. We'll see you guys after the game. Peace.
Peace.
Take us out.